Hey gamers, let's continue playing the game. We are now here in Orzammar and we are going to go to the chambers of assembly. So that is our next stop. But first,
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Dagna. Okay, we'll talk to Dagna later. And we have a merchant here. His name is Garin. Let's check his wares.
Greetings, and welcome to Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Have a look at my shop, I hope.
Right. Yeah, I have some lovely things here. Lyrium enhanced, of course.
Okay. Okay, we can also buy a tomb of physical technique. Use this tomb to give the reader 1 point to spend on a talent or spell, but is rendered useless afterwards. Okay. Let's check the weapons. So look at this, the Rose Thorn. It costs 148 gold. Okay. I think we need this one. Small clear lightning crystal. So if you compare that to shale, this one is better. So plus 2 dexterity, plus 4 attack, plus 15% electricity damage. Okay, you can get that. And for this one, large clear. So this is also better, so let's buy that. And we have a life giver, so this one is 87 gold. This is actually a good ring. Gives you plus 10 constitution, plus 3 health generation in combat, plus 10 health regeneration while exploring, plus 3 armor, and plus 20%. This is a good ring. And we have... Okay. Okay, so now let's equip the new crystals to shield. So we can now put this one. And we can now put this one. The large clear spirit crystal. Okay. So shell is getting more powerful. So now let's go to the Diamond Quarter.
It has begun.
Okay.
Oh, this is grand. The noble houses do love their luxuries, don't they?
Oh, there's Nerau.
Legion of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Bhelen's colors. Our prince has Orzammar's deadliest warriors behind him.
That's the royal palace. Okay. This is the chamber of assembly, but let's try to visit Shaperate first. The Shaperate.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories?
Okay. So we get all the codex here. We have a book there. The Legion of Steel. Paragon Branka vanished in the 11th year of the reign of King Valtor. And with the Paragon, the entire process for golem manufacture was lost. Expeditions were sent into the deep roads to track him, but the Darkspawn drove them all back. Okay. We have another book there. How about here? Okay, here. There's a book here. Deep Roads. There isn't a dwarf alive who remembers the deep roads as they once were. They were the network of tunnels that joined the tykes together. Okay. So next, another book there.
It has begun.
In praise of the humble Nug, I once served a human some Nug, and he proclaimed that it was like eating an unholy union of pork and hare. Okay. Another book here. Just a book. This one. Orzammar Politics. As dangerous as it is to mistake a dwarf's caste, it is far more deadly to mistake his alliances among the noble houses of Orzammar. Another book there. Legion of the Dead. So I was told by one of the legionnaires himself, a dwarf who waited quietly at the entrance to the deep roads for the rest of his units to assemble. Okay. This group hopes to reach the fabled fortress of Bonanmar, once the legion's home, associated with the greatest of their paragons. Okay. Two more books there. Here. Dwarven Fate. The chant of light is almost never heard in the halls of Orzammar. This is hardly surprising, for unlike the elves, who were literally abandoned by their gods, or the Tevinters, who worship dragons, the dwarves have no gods at all. Wall of Memories. Let's check this one. The Shaper's Life. The blessing of the Shaperate is given only to those who walk with the stone. Okay. And another, I think there's another book here. There. Traditional dwarven folk songs. Okay. Okay, let's call Liliana. And we don't have Liliana. Okay. Let's try to open this one. Can I open this one? Okay.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
Okay. Sebran, try it. Okay. We can't open it. We open that later. So now let's talk to the Shaper.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
How do you know who I am?
The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
Let's talk about Orzammar, Lord Shaper.
Ask, and I shall do my best to answer.
Tell me some of Orzammar's history.
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Shirok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
How did you lose your golems?
The Paragon Branka, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caradan's tide is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
Golems like this?
Yes. We have only a few dozen left in Orzammar, and I do not recognize this one. Where did you find it? Every golem is precious to us. We'd pay a good sum for a new find.
I'd sooner jump into a pit of lava.
Unfortunate. Was there anything else? I must tell the rest of the Shaperate about this discovery.
Never mind, I should go.
Your presence here has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew what significance it has.
Okay. So they can no longer manufacture golems because they lost the technology. So the one who knows it is a paragon named Garin. Okay.
It shall be done.
So now let's go to the Chamber of Assembly. Here. Chamber of the Assembly. Okay. So this is Vartag Gaborn, the assistant of Bhelen. Okay. Assembly Guard.
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Okay.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the surface trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshyrs, lords and ladies of the Assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandelor, Bhelen's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Okay, quest completed. Okay. You attempted to address the Assembly, but they were deaf to your concerns while the throne is up for grabs. Okay. Oh, so let's now talk to Bandelor, Assembly Steward Bandelor.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the Assembly of the Clans. Only deshyrs and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
You don't recognize a Grey Warden?
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
Is there any way I can break this stalemate?
I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Bhelen or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. Dulin Forender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Bhelen's second, is often here in the Assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Okay. Okay, so here we need to choose a side. We can help Bhelen to be the next king, or we can help Harrowmont to be the next king. So here I will choose Harrowmont. Okay, let's go with Harrowmont.
Very well.
And his assistant is just waiting outside. So let's now talk to Dulin Forender.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Forender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
I have a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid against a blight.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Bhelen today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
How can I prove I'm not working for Bhelen?
That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The deshyrs take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Bhelen found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
So you'd like me to enter the proving in Harrowmont's name?
It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear.
And this is to be your king. One who cannot keep his own men from running like frightened children.
Lord Harrowmont does not use threats or intimidation to motivate his men. He leads by example.
Ah, I see. So it's his example they follow as they cower from this Prince Bhelen.
How dare you slander Lord Harrowmont?
Why should we ally ourselves with someone too scared even to grant us an audience?
You'd be nervous if someone was out to get you.
I suppose not everyone can face death as undaunted as an Antivan, it's true.
Then you agree to fight in Harrowmont's name. Bhelen would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
Okay. I'll enter the proving and see why the others withdrew.
Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Okay, so quest completed. Okay, the A Lord's Trust, the first task. Win the provings in Harrowmont's name and find out why his fighters drop out. Lord Harrowmont will not see you in person until you prove yourself trustworthy. There is a proving being held today, but most of Lord Harrowmont's men have dropped out of the fights for undisclosed reasons. Dulin Forender wants you to fight in Harrowmont's name. It would also help if you could find out why Harrowmont's fighters drop out. Okay, so find out why Basil won't fight and find out why Guidon won't fight in the provings. You are to fight as Harrowmont's champion in the provings. Okay. So we're gonna fight like a tournament.
Legion of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Bhelen's colors. Our prince has Orzammar's deadliest warriors behind him.
Okay.
Questions arise with marriage to a casteless commoner. Favoritism to the casteless suspected.
It'll be 2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go alone, Oghren. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teat? Ha! I'll...
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman. Can you believe it? Oghren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
What were you and Oghren arguing about?
It's been 2 years since Branka left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Oghren wants to keep risking lives searching.
Why did Branka go into the deep roads?
Chasing some old treasure. She was quite secretive. Outright rude, really. She said she never asked if found a house, that she didn't care about politics, and that we were too self-absorbed to defeat the Darkspawn. She actually threatened anyone who said they'd come after her.
How did she become a paragon?
She invented a smokeless fuel that let the Smith caste increase their output by nearly a third. Deaths from the Black Lung also dropped. The Assembly said she had the favor of the ancestors and declared her a paragon. They moved Branka, Oghren, and all their relatives to the noble caste and founded a new house in her name.
Branka was married to that drunk.
Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith, and Oghren was one of the best warriors of his generation.
I should get going now.
Did you see any guardsmen? Tell them Oghren was at it again.
Okay. So let's go to the proving. Slum stug. What's this? What is this? Let's check this out.
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia's not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
Okay. So this is Figor's imports. So those thugs are threatening the merchant. So let's help this merchant. We might need to buy something from him later.
I shall do it.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well, looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
You get out of here. This is private business.
Is this man threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen.
Okay, let's try to intimidate. Take a good look. Do you really want to start this?
Whoa, whoa. All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
Okay. And Figor.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude.
You could start by letting me look around your store.
I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
Okay. So he sell... Okay, he only sell potions and something here. Remarkable emerald. That's a gift for Shale. Greater health poultice. Okay. Let's go. There's the proving grounds. Okay, so
here's a question for the Painted Elf.
Painted elf? Oh, that's me. Oh, I do like that.
Am I to understand correctly that the Painted Elf is a crow?
Not literally, but yes, I am a crow.
As in a bird?
Is there another song?
So the Painted Elf assaults helpless statuary with its feces?
If given sufficient cause, why not?
That is outrageous. The Painted Elf will stay away from me, or else.
I get a lot of that.
Okay, let's try to change party.
Pigeon crap.
Horse.
Braska.
Let's get our tank, Alistair.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get Morrigan.
Indeed.
And Liliana.
Indeed.
Okay, so
Yes, of course.
okay. No, we are going here. Okay, so I think this is...
I hear there are all kinds of rules that govern the proving. They get very mad if you break the rules.
Okay. I think this is Basil, so find out why Basil won't fight. Basil Harrowmont, one of Harrowmont's fighters, has decided not to fight for Harrowmont in the provings. You should try to find out why, okay?
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. Do you have to keep harassing me?
I've never seen you before in my life.
Nor I you, but it's pretty obvious who you're working for.
Are you Basil Harrowmont?
I am. So if you're not here to... How do you know who I am?
If you tell me what's happening, I could help you.
Look, it's just, when I was younger, I had a thing with this Idukan girl, Revelka. Lesser cousin, nowhere near the throne. Her family wanted her marrying up, so they matched her with a BMO. But we didn't exactly stop seeing each other.
So you're afraid your affair will be exposed?
She's married to a prominent deshyrs heir. We should have stopped a long time ago, but... I love her. Do you know what that's like? Now Bhelen found out, and I can't even help my cousin for fear he'll tell her husband.
What evidence does Bhelen have?
They have letters. Love letters Revelka wrote me. If they were made public, she'd be disgraced. Her husband would cast her aside, and I would be lucky to be allowed to die in a duel.
I can get those letters back.
You'd do that? I don't know how to thank you. I know it's my own fault, but I'd have married her if I could. Bhelen's fighter Miaja has the letters. If you make sure she never shows them to anyone, I'll fight for Harrowmont again. But you need to find them quickly. Registrations close once the first bout starts.
Okay, so quest updated. Baisel was having an affair with an Educan girl, Revelka. Even when Revelka was promised to another man, Miyaja, one of Bhelen's fighters, has found these letters and is going to expose Baisel and his love unless he stays out of the provings. If you can retrieve the love letters, Baisel will agree to fight for Harrowmont again. Okay. So let's find those letters. Okay, I think it's on the other side. So go here. Yeah, it's here. So here, so let's hold here. Liliana, unlock this. Okay. And then oh, it's also luck. Let Liliana do it.
Yes?
Baisil's love letters. Okay, take that. Okay, return the love letters to Baisil. You found the letters Miyaja was blackmailing Baisil with. Baisil will be overjoyed to have these returned to him. Let's go. Lock that door.
Right away.
Okay. Okay.
The proving's almost starting. I should leave if you haven't found anything.
I have your letters right here.
Where did you get those? No, I don't want to know. Just thank you. I can't say what it means to know my Revelka is safe.
Then you'll fight in the proving?
I will be glad to fight for Harrowmont in the provings. Thank you again, friend.
Okay. So you returned Baisil's love letters to him. He is relieved to know that both he and Revelka are safe. Baisil will fight for Harrowmont again. Now let's go to Guidon. I think he's here. There.
You new in the fights? I don't remember seeing you before.
You don't get out much. I'm EdgieO of the Grey Wardens.
It's a pleasure. Sorry it can't be longer. Name's Guidon, and I just tendered my resignation. Somehow I don't think the ancestors will favor me today.
Dulin Forender asked me to talk to you.
I bet he did. That man thinks nothing is beneath him. Well, you could just tell him I had my reasons. It's not so much what happened, as what's going to. I heard from a reliable source Lord Harrowmont's already given up the throne. Bhelen called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes.
That's ridiculous. Harrowmont isn't conceding.
Oh? And where did you hear this? That's more reliable than a member of the Assembly.
I heard it from Harrowmont himself.
Well, that's not what I expected. I know Lord Harrowmont. He's an upstanding man. He'd never lie to someone's face. Maybe you're right. I'm just a warrior. I've always tried to stay out of these noble politics. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Bhelen's lying to me for his own gain, I'll...
Get back in the proving and knock some heads?
Maybe I will at that.
Okay. Okay, so apparently, Gwydion heard that Harrowmont had given up on the throne, and Gwydion did not want to be seen supporting a loser because it would shame both him and his family. You let Gwydion know that Harrowmont had no intention of conceding to Bhelen, and he has agreed to crack some skulls in the proving for Harrowmont. So our last quest here, you are to fight as Harrowmont's champion in the provings. Okay. So I think it's here. I think we missed something here. There should be a codex here. Here? There. Okay, the proving. Okay, Valus Atredum. In the 23rd year of the reign of King Ragnan Edukan, an old man of the servant caste was accused of stealing a sapphire ring from his employer, Lord Dace. Okay. So it explains about why they created the proving. Okay, so now we will now talk to here, the proving master. Okay, so we will fight in the proving on the next video. So let us end this video and we'll continue on the next video. Let's save this game first. And so goodbye for now.